Hello, my friends. Happy New Year. This is Nefer Khepri of Magical Musings 1111 wishing you the most fabulous 2026 ahead. On for the reading. This is for just the energies that are coming in with 2026. And I'm going to draw 4 cards. And we're going to see what type of energies that we have to work with for the new year. I hope that everyone's been doing well. I hope that everyone had a lovely holiday season with their loved ones. And I hope wherever you are in the world, when you watch this reading, that you're having some nice weather. Here we go. Oops, there goes my whole cloth. All right, here we go with the 4 cards. This is what I call the foundation reading. And it's basically the supportive energies of the year for 2026, what we can rely on in order to help us to have the most successful year we can have. First card, what sort of actions do we need to take? We have the 3 of Wands. That's interesting. I just did a reading for my patrons, and this was one of the main cards in the reading. That's crazy. Okay. The 3 of Wands, as I explained to my patrons not 5 minutes ago, and believe me, I shuffled the heck out of the deck off camera after that reading before I even shuffled again for this one, and then went on camera and shuffled the deck some more. The 3 of Wands. This is a card of the need for keeping an eye out for new opportunities. There are new things on the horizon, but we can miss them, okay? You need to pay attention. Also, as I told my patrons, this is a time when many people are going through their spiritual awakening. They're moving from 3D into 5D. This is from the 3rd dimension into the 5th dimension, where manifestation is going to be pretty much automatic for many of us. That's a major shift for anyone to experience. And it's saying that you need to pay attention to your dreams. You're going to be given signs and omens in your dreams. Also, if anything strikes you as synchronistic or just some sort of weird coincidence, if you hear something on the radio or you read something and you were just talking about this topic with someone or thinking about it, pay extra attention, because that's the universe knocking on your door saying, hey, I need you to pay close attention to this, or I need you to look into this topic more. Do so, because that's where a new positive energy is trying to enter your life, or a new and better opportunity. So pay attention. And the traditional meaning of the 3 of Wands in other decks, by the way, this is the Wandering Star Tarot by Kate Pierce. I neglected to tell you that at the start of the video. And it's available on Amazon. I'll have a link below if you'd like to order. That's my affiliate link. I get like literally 3%, and I would appreciate the support. And it's at no extra cost to you. It's a lovely deck, and I really like it. But traditionally, a 3 of Wands depicts an individual standing on the seashore looking out to sea, and there are 3 ships coming into the harbor. And it sums up that old saying, your ship is about to come in, meaning the opportunities are about to come. That's the 3 of Wands. But in this case, you need to keep your eyes open, because they're not going to knock on your door and tell you, hey, we're here, let us in. You're going to be getting those signs, those omens, those weird little synchronicities and coincidences. That's what's going to tell you that those new energies are around and they're trying to come into your life. Now, the card of emotions. This is, whoa. This is how we will react emotionally to these energies. And we get the 5 of Swords. This is not the greatest card in the deck. 5 of Swords, it's a card of upset and turmoil. It's chaotic energy. And it's basically what I'm feeling here is a lot of us are going to be feeling like we don't know if we're coming or if we're going. There's going to be a lot of confusing circumstances in our lives for 2026. That is because 2026, when you add up the digits in 2026, you add the 2, the 0, the 2, and the 6, they all add up to 10. In numerology, you reduce multi-digit numbers by adding the digits together until you arrive at a digit that is a single digit, 1 through 9. So this year is a 10. You would add the 1 plus the 0 equals 1. 2026 is a 1 year. A 1 year is a year of new starts, great opportunities coming in, all this new energy. And that can really, it's like too much of a good thing. It's like too much of a good thing can cause some chaos. That's what's going on here. So it's going to be like, a lot of us are going to be feeling like, oh yeah, there's all this new energy. I want to get up and go and do this and do that and start this and finish that. But it's going to be like you're shooting off in all these different directions and you're not going to really get anything done. You're not going to really accomplish anything. You need to remain focused. Make a list and then prioritize things on that list and then just go from top to bottom. That's my best advice regarding this chaotic energy. Mentally, the energy is coming in. The Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is a card that represents a skilled worker, someone who's good at their job. It's usually someone who works with their hands, but not always. So it can represent artistic creativity sometimes. And it's someone who's also very, very gifted in what they do. And whatever it is that they do for a living, they are equipped to teach it to others. So you might want to think about starting an online course. Because I have to tell you, the online course industry has become a $1 billion industry. That's billion with a B. So it has grown exponentially since the pandemic. And a lot of people have turned to online learning. And so you may have a skill set that you can show others how to do online. So you might want to look into that. And mentally speaking, it's a card of basically getting all your ducks in a row. And again, I'm seeing people making lists and ticking things off their list as they accomplish them. That's what a lot of us need to do. Lists help us to remain organized. That's what we need to do with the Three of Pentacles. Remain focused, remain organized, and then the success will come. Now for the spiritual energies, which can also include karmic energies. Just saying, we get, oh man, the Five of Wands. There's 2 fives in this spread of only 4 cards. It's a new year. All this new energy coming in. The number 5 in numerology is the number of change. So yeah, 2026, it's going to bring many changes for many of us. And I'm thinking even worldwide, not worldwide, but world governments, we're going to see some governments topple. Okay? I'm given the number 3 as to 3 major governments being toppled in the year 2026. So, heard it here first. We'll see what happens. But in the meantime, 5 of Wands for the spiritual aspect of 2026. This is a card that usually it represents arguments, petty fights. Sometimes co-workers not being able to get along, things of that nature. Quarreling siblings. Little annoying arguments. It's nothing major. It never turns into a knockdown, drag out fight. The cops are never called, nothing like that. But it harkens back to the emotional energy of the year and all this chaotic, unsettled energy. When we have a lot of flux and change around us, that causes us to feel unsettled, confused, sometimes even frightened, because the majority of us, myself included, do not react well to changes. So I think that's a lot of where this argumentative spiritual energy comes from, because the positive energy wants to take us forward But our egos want to keep us in the same place we've been because that feels comfortable. Even if we're unhappy in that place, our ego mind still wants to keep us there because it's a source of comfort. It's familiar. Therefore, it is viewed as being safe, whereas change is unknown. Change is scary. Change could therefore be dangerous, which is not true. That's just what our ego mind wants us to believe. Okay, so we've got to move past that belief. That's where the arguing and the struggle comes in. It's going to be the arguing with your ego mind and your higher self. Your higher self is ready to move on because your higher self knows what's for your own good. Your ego mind wants to keep you mired in the here and now. It doesn't care about growth and expansion. Whereas your higher self, that's what it's all about. Helping you to grow, helping you to expand as a human being. That is the spiritual energy of 2026. So that's what I'm seeing for the energies for 2026. I hope that you have found this reading helpful. If you have, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. I will be coming with new topics. I'm going to be discussing working in a book of shadows and also a book of a grimoire, and I'm going to be, taking a more witchy, artsy approach to my YouTube channel, and that should be a lot of fun. If you want to see further readings on my channel, please do let me know below. These are an expenditure of a lot of energy. My other videos get much more views than my reading videos do. So I'm guessing most of my subscribers don't want to see readings, or maybe they have another favorite reader, which is perfectly fine. I was going to say it's a free country, but you have a worldwide audience here. Everyone has free will. You do what you like. Doesn't bother me. But if you'd rather see other content besides readings, let me know, and I'll hold back on the readings and do the other content like the Grimoire and Book of Shadows content. I know there's a lot of interest in that, and I really want to take a deep dive into that for 2026. Hope you'll come along with me. Also, I am moving from Facebook over to Substack. I am already established on Substack. I have a newsletter there, and also my account is there where you can see my daily posts and everything. So I ask that you please follow me over there. Substack is an app. It's available both on the phone and online. So you can view my account and my newsletter over there from your mobile device or your computer or your tablet. So that's it for today. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for stopping by. And this is Nefer Khepri of Magical Musings 1111 wishing you a very blessed 2026 ahead.